I'm here to read for you again. Hello, Cellulite and Love Tarot, or Hillary for short. Happy Freaky Friday. I'm so excited for this reading because I was getting so many downloads this entire morning about this reading. So, if you're not familiar, because it's the second week that I'm doing this, Freaky Friday is where we dive into how to let our freak flag fly. And I still won't be able to say that fast without fumbling it up. And that is part of what this is going to be about, is perfectionism. Because that has been on my mind all morning, is perfectionism and how that is impeding us from being completely authentic. So, still just saging here. Anyway, we're going to dive right in. I'm going to get some cards here for advice, and I do believe that perfectionism is the main focus of this reading. So if you feel like you're a perfectionist, stick around. Let's figure out what we need. 111 on the clock. Fresh starts, new beginnings. Okay. Let's jump in. Oh, first let me clearing for you. Clearing for me. All right. Spirit, my higher self, my viewer's higher self, thank you so much for using me as a channel to connect, guide, and instruct. I ask for the most clear and concise messages to come through for the betterment of my viewer and everyone involved, and me too. Thank you so much, Spirit, and thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad that we've connected. Really glad to have you here, and I hope that we get along well. And if you're returning, hello again, my darling, I love you so much. I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for everyone. I've been extremely blessed for the less than a month that I've been back on YouTube and posting. I feel very supported and very loved, and like I'm doing something good for everyone, so thank you so much. I am blessed. Okay, let's jump right in. Let's see. All right, Spirit, what do we need to focus on? Right away, before I even I got 6 cards in, and then cards already popping out. 8 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like you are constantly being sent spiritual downloads, right? Spiritual information that you're just being almost bombarded by your spirit team, your ancestors, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, okay? They're always sending you signs and synchronicities, trying to get your attention about being completely authentic, right? About kind of letting go of a perfectionist mentality, right? I know the 4 of Pentacles can often look like needing to save money, because after the 4 of Pentacles comes the 5 of Pentacles, which we all know is kind of like a loss, a feeling of loss, a feeling of lack, right? But right now I'm feeling almost like a Scrooge energy from this. This person's actually very abundant, but they are holding back from sharing any of that in real life, right? And I feel like you're getting constant downloads to just open up and completely share who you are, and not be worried if you're not 100% perfect at it. You don't have to reach some sort of goal to be good enough for whatever. You don't have to, there's not a mark that you have to reach. It's just you have to be open with expressing. It's accepting yourself first, fully, right? It's not holding yourself back. Let's see. What else wants to come out here? Death. Scorpio. Death. Yes, this is the end of old paradigms in our thinking. This is the end of holding back. This is the end of feeling like things aren't going to work out, that things are, that we're not good enough, that we're not capable of new, fresh things, that we're kind of stuck in a reality here. I have 444 on the clock. Okay? That's 2 8 cards, by the way. 8 8. 8 8. Abundance, power, success, infinity. Wow. Okay. So some of you holding back because of perfectionist mentality is what's kind of holding back a sense of prosperity and abundance here, right? It's kind of preventing that from coming in. And you're like, well, great, now I need to be perfect at being, not perfect. That's what I'm kind of hearing someone. It's like, I'm trying to be perfect and I'm not even good at that, Queen of Wands. There's a need to just follow your soul no matter what. The Queen of Wands, she's magical, right? She may not even have all the money, all the resources, all the emotions, whatever, but she's very in tune with spirit, right? And she's confident. She knows her abilities are outside of her, right? She knows that her physical body, her physical thoughts are not the only source of her abundance, right? And she trusts that. She trusts that inner foundation of who she is to be more than enough. So I feel like there's this need to adopt. Also, another version of the Queen of Wands is that she can kind of be the negative aspect of the Queen of Wands is that she can kind of be all smoke and mirrors, right? Kind of an illusion. So it's kind of putting on a mask for others. It's putting on a face. It's wanting to be presentable in some way, right? And so with Death and the Queen of Wands, it's both things. It's realizing your power, having the confidence to show up unapologetic, but it's also putting a death to your ego, putting a death to the part of you that thinks that you have to masquerade as some type of way, right? That you have to appear like you have it all, when really you're just another human like the rest of us, right? Let's see. Any more messages from this deck? The Moon. There's so many things that you need to dive deep and realize about who you are, right? And that's getting past the criticism. That's getting past the self-criticism. It's getting past feeling like you're not enough, right? You're not good enough, that you're not acceptable enough. It's getting past that. It's diving deep and it's finding that hidden voice in you, the hidden part of you, and just letting it come out, right? Unveiling it, bringing it into the light, right? Also, some of you, this may be something that you need to do at night. I don't know. I don't know why that message came out, but we'll see. Okay, let's see. Any more cards from this deck about this situation? Any more? What do we need to know? What do we need to do? Also, part of being Freaky Friday is letting this side be on my channel. I also cosplay. So I am cosplaying as Eddie from Stranger Things. And I'm going to let that freak flag fly here on Fridays. So I felt like Eddie was a perfect character for being completely authentic and accepting all of us, the good, the bad, the ugly, the fun, the acceptable, the degenerate, all of it, okay? Despite what everyone else thinks. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to know? The Shire is burning, so Mordor it is. That's one of my favorite quotes from him. Yeah, okay. Let's see. What else do we need to know about letting our freak flag fly? Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to get a couple more cards first, okay? Five of Pentacles. Page of Swords. The Sun. And Eight of Cups on the bottom. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Sun. For letting our freak flag fly. We don't feel like we're doing good enough. Really, what we have is an abundant seed here with the Ace of Pentacles of something that could really flourish into something, but we get all up in our head about, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't know if that's going to be acceptable. I don't know how to get out of this. It's having a seed and then choosing not to plant it and then feeling stuck that you don't have the crops that you need to survive on, right? Yeah, it's more of just the last message in a way. But it's being unwilling to even take steps into new opportunities, into new ventures that allow this side of you to come out because of feeling like it's not enough. Feeling like you don't have enough of whatever, enough charisma, enough confidence, enough whatever. But really, that just keeps you on the outside looking in towards what could be happiness. It makes you feel separate from your happiness here, right? That's what's keeping you at a distance from total fulfillment. And the sun is very childlike, okay? It's that childlike excitement and enlightenment and just joy and fun and just like the best moment of summer when you were a kid, right? And being in this, rejecting this, believing that there's not enough keeps you as like an outsider looking at that like, I don't know that I'll ever get to that. But really the only thing keeping you from getting to that is that you're keeping yourself from getting to that. Okay? I know this is kind of vague because it's not really specifics, because we're all freaks in our own freaking way. Okay? And we need to leave that part of us behind, because really we are super abundant. All of us. The good, the bad, the ugly. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any? I don't know. I don't really know what to ask. I'm not going to be a perfectionist about it today. I'm really not. So I'm just going to go to this next deck and see what wants to come out. Is there anything else that we need to think about, be aware of, that we need to know, that we need to do? Help me. Help me help you. Help me help you. Page of Pentacles. Be willing to be a beginner. Okay? This is the anti-perfectionist card, if I've ever seen it. We all want to strive to be a King of Pentacles in our field. We want to be the top dog, the leader. We want to have it all together, to appear like we know what the frick we're doing. Okay, I saw 1, 2, 3, or no, I didn't. 1, 2, 4, 3 on the clock, but my dyslexic brain, which is not perfect, saw 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, anyway. No. This is the anti-perfection card. It is, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try anyway. I don't know how to be fully self-expressed, but I'm going to try it. One day at a time, 13:13 on the clock. One day at a time, one moment at a time. And I'm not going to be perfect at it. You're not going to be perfect at being completely authentic, and that's okay. I'm not either. Nobody is, okay? As long as we know that and we have compassion, we're not beating ourselves up, and we let ourselves, once we realize that, we let ourselves come out of our shell and try to be completely authentic, then that's the best thing that can happen, right? That's room for us to grow. It's an ability to help us practice being further in our skin more frequently, right? That's what I think. I don't know. What do I know, though? 2 of Wands. The thing is, we already know. The only thing that matters is that you actually do know on a soul level who and what you are, and what you stand for, and what you enjoy, and what really speaks to your heart, right? You already know that. And I feel like waiting to feel like you're ready, or that you're going to make it happen smoothly, like it's just going to be from A to Z, no problems, when really there's, 24 other letters that you have to get through before you get to Z from A. I think it's just saying the fact that you even know is a good start. And if you don't know, you got to take the time to really sit down and get to know yourself, right? To explore that side of you, right? I don't know why I'm getting this message, but tarot can be a great tool for helping you connect to your subconscious, right? And to your higher self. Not that your higher self is separate from you, because it's not, but whenever you're starting to learn who you are and what you're about, it can feel intimidating to feel like, I don't even freaking know, okay? I feel like if you want to start using tarot to reconnect with yourself, it can give you some great insight on what things to focus on that day to be more in tune with you, right? It'll be like a cue card for your focus that day, right? It can feel so intimidating to get started, and yeah, I mean, no one's perfect. Like, I don't know, I've been doing tarot for over a year now, like a year and a half, which is not long. I'm very much a beginner. I'm very imperfect. But it's my soul fire, right? And I feel like it was such an empowering thing for me to get into and learn about me, and being completely unapologetic and not trying to meet other people's standards, or, you know, like, that was so freeing, and getting to practice that daily and getting to share it and encourage others is amazing. Even if I fumble the freaking bag sometimes, which I do. Like, there's some readings I'll go back and I'll be like, you know, I see a different definition for that now in hindsight. Five of Swords. Yeah, it's the overthinking, right? It's it's self-communicating here. It's the internal battle. And that is what keeps us feeling like we're not good enough. Like, in our mind, there's one golden sword there, right? And the other swords in the background are broken and faulty. They are dull. They're broken and faulty. And that is what perfectionist thinking makes us believe. Is like, well, why would you even pursue that when you're not even good at it? And what if, like, not that, I don't know, maybe good at it's not the right word, but I don't know. I don't really know how to explain that verbally very well. I think we need to be willing to explore the other thoughts that we deem as broken or faulty, and really look at why we view them that way. Why do we think there's only one way that's good or right, you know? When there's not, you know? I like to drive a dirt road every now and again, you know? Bumpy. I'm scared to death of my rims being bent, but I don't know, sometimes the interstate gets full of fucking traffic. Excuse my language. But sometimes it gets backed up, and it's nice to take the back roads, okay? We gotta leave the perfectionist thinking behind. 8 of Cups. That's something that we gotta walk away from. We gotta be willing to walk towards complete authenticity. And that starts with us. It starts with us accepting us first before anyone else can, right? We gotta be acceptable to us. And we gotta figure out why we think we have to be perfect. Why we think we have to have it all figured out all at once. The King of Swords and the 9 of Swords reverse. Yeah, it's the King of Swords, very pragmatic, very logical, very kind of short, kind of like not short in height, but like short verbally, right? Kind of can be kind of cutting. And the 9 of Swords is just saying, like, use that ability, use that intensity of almost judgmental thinking towards yourself to get yourself out of the mental rut, right? To get you out of overthinking it, to get you out of being a perfectionist. It's saying use that to just be like, I don't have to be perfect. Use that that short-cutting logical side of you in the reverse, right? There's a reason and there's a good purpose for everything in our personality, okay? Don't get in, yeah, I'm sure that there's things that aren't great, but for the most part, I'm going to generalize here and just say we can use any part of our personality, any part of our struggle to our benefit if we are actively thinking about how we can reframe it, how we can use it in a different way, right? Okay. Ace of Swords at the bottom. I love that. That is fresh perspective, new ideas, clarity, epiphanies, right? All the things that we use to hold ourselves back can be flipped and used to empower us. I love that. Okay, now I'm going to get you... Let's start with some Moon Witch oracles first. We'll do that, and then I'll get you some healing energy oracles. Look at that. I remembered the deck name. I manifested remembering the deck name. Okay. Oh, some people might not know what I'm talking about. In another one of my readings, I couldn't remember this deck name, and I said, I will never remember the name of that deck. And it was during a manifesting video. I think it was my Manifestation Monday video. And I said, no, I just manifested that. And then I actively remanifested that I will remember it. And now I remember it. Wow. Master Manifestor, even though I'm not perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Okay, let's get you some Moon Witch oracles here. Okay, man, I bent that card on accident. Okay, full moon, harvest the fruits of your hard work. Yes. So, whenever we are planting seeds, we have a hope for how it's going to look. But regardless of however many tomatoes sprout, strawberries, cucumbers, whatever you're planting, regardless of how many sprout and how many flourish, there's still something so satisfying about being able to harvest what you have planted, even if it's less than what you wanted. It's super nice when it's more than what you wanted, right? We have to be willing to bear our fruits, no matter what we think it's supposed to look like, right? Last quarter, what is holding you back? What is holding you back? 22:22 on the clock. Perfectionism. I never remember how to pronounce this. Correct. Hecate. Change is important. Release the past. Yeah. This could be... This almost feels like... the type of thinking that was ingrained in you as a child, right? What you have been taught to think and believe. And it's saying reevaluate what you were taught and choose your own path here, right? Release whatever you think things were supposed to be like and build your own way forward, right? Waning gibbous. Count your blessings. Yeah, instead of analyzing every part of you as, or all the parts of you that you hide, all the parts of you that you feel like you have to mask, instead of judging those sides as imperfect or not acceptable or degenerate or whatever, view them as blessings because they are part of you. They are part of what makes you you. And they are wonderful. They're wonderful. Okay. Now, healing energy oracles. These are basically just affirmations. And then after this, I will have some personalized, intuitive affirmations that I choose for this reading, based on this reading, for you. So stick around, hear them, repeat them. We'll see. Healing energy oracles. What do we need? What do we need? What healing energy do we need for this? Thank you. Here and now. The future does not exist and the past is gone. I focus on the present moment and I have confidence in life again. Because here, now, there is no danger. Everything happens when my soul is ready. Yes, there's no danger. There's no danger in being imperfect. There's no danger in not having it all figured out. It's actually more opportunities, more things to learn, more ways to grow. It's a challenge. It doesn't make it dangerous. Okay? One step at a time. I see the mountain ahead, and I dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current task. Thus, I regain my ease of living. Yes, this is another card talking about facing imperfection, right? Perfectionism. It's saying you're trying to view the end goal, which sometimes is good, right? To have an end goal in mind, but if you're judging the end goal when you've just started on your journey, if you're comparing yourself, that's not fair. That's like comparing the NFL to the freaking Little Leagues, right? Like, you gotta start at Little Leagues to get to the NFL. That was for someone specific because I am not a sports ball person, okay? Okay. Everything turns to light. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. Yes, bring every hidden part of you to light with yourself first. Radical self-acceptance. Radical self-love. Radical. Okay, me. It's me. Hi. I'm a solution. It's me. I allow serenity to reign in me. Reign like leader, crown, royal. To reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. I love that. Freedom through faith. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. I trust His will and find freedom. God, the universe, the divine, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. That's beautiful. I love it. I feel like that was so perfect. And I feel like my affirmations after this won't even hold a candle to these because they're so poetic and beautiful. Mine ain't that great, but they don't have to be perfect, but they're from me for you. So anyways, that is your rating. I hope that was super insightful and validating, and I hope it lit some sort of passion in you to just go forth completely unapologetically you today and tomorrow and every day that you remember. And you don't have to be perfect at it. You just got to try. Okay? Well, if this is where we part, I love you so much. If I'm going to see you tomorrow or sometime in the near future, I'll see you then. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. All right. Bye. Here are your affirmations. Take a deep breath and embody the feeling of belief as you repeat the affirmations of your choosing. I love being unapologetically true to myself. I feel such joy when I express myself freely. I find contentment in practicing my becoming. I am my biggest supporter, not my worst critic.